guys and gals, welcome back to Gaming with Jessica, your not-so-average girl gamer. So unfortunately, when I tried to play through this level, it kept crashing on me over and over again. So this commentary is going to be a little bit different than it's been in the other videos, and that I'm just going to kind of talk to you as we watch myself play through the game. It took me about three tries, playing the game to actually finally be able to finish it without it completely catastrophically crashing and forcing me to start over from the very beginning of the level. So we got this guy spawning here in the dark. He's definitely difficult to kill. I think it takes 5 shots. 1, not dead yet. 2, a little bit closer. Ooh, 3. Oh, not quite. Oh, he gets a shot off the pass. 4. Oh, and that's it. 4 shots. Jeez, that guy must have been hungry for some lead, for sure. So I just want to talk to you real quickly and just mention what's going to be going on in the future for my channel. As you guys might know, I'm really new to YouTube and making videos and stuff like that, but I do want to do the best that I possibly can for you guys, and I have a lot of fun making the videos, and I really enjoy it, and so I'm going to be doing it much more in the future. So I just want to let you know that within the next 5 to 6 days, I'm going to start playing Shadow Warrior, that 2013 release. I played the original Shadow Warrior back in, I think it was like 96 when it came out. Yes, I was very young. Yes, I was too young to play that game, but I played it anyway, and it was an awesome game. So I'm super, super stoked to play the 2013 version of it. I've heard some really awesome things about the game. I have not played it. I have not tried it. I don't even have it yet, but I'm going to get it, and we're going to play it. That's for sure. Also, I think I'm going to play Far Cry 3 in the near future as well. And you know, I'm kind of thinking, you know, what else I want to do. I don't want my channel to be all first-person shooters, but I do really like first-person shooters. And currently, right now, there are a lot of really awesome first-person shooters out on the market that I have just not played, and I love to play them. So, while I don't want my channel to only be about first-person shooters,
Communication system
I think
overload.
for the time being, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of first-person shooters. But if you subscribe to my channel and there's a game that you want to see, let me know in the comments. Let me know what the game is. I'll check it out and see if it's something I wouldn't enjoy playing. If it's something I'd enjoy playing, then I will definitely add it to my list and I'll get to it. It'll be a lot of fun. So definitely some stuff like that to look forward to. And also, I'm not really sure what's going on in Doom 3, why it's forcing a crash so often. It wasn't doing that at all in the beginning. Obviously, everything seemed to be fine. And then all of a sudden, in the level before this, it crashed pretty much near the end. And then in this one, it crashed like literally 1 minute away from the end, like 3 times. It was so frustrating. I was starting to get really bothered by it. So eventually, when I finally did get through it, I wasn't even commentating. I was just running through the level, trying to kill things as quickly as I could, because I pretty much knew where everything was at that point, and was just super done with this level. I'm hoping in the future that I'm not going to have that issue. I'm learning to save a little bit better. Apparently, quick saving is not the only
Make your way to the satellite room
go
and manually
in Doom
establish
3.
the link
Apparently,
from
you
there.
really need to
Base schematics are showing the path through
make
engineering.
hard saves.
Can't fail, Marine. Get that message sent.
So we basically just got instructions to go send our message to get reinforcement troops. Apparently, Matrix Man and Cataract Guy have completely screwed up the satellite dishes here, and we're not able to send out a message as easily as we normally should have been able to. So we're kind of running around trying to find a good satellite dish to put our message out there. So let me just go ahead and talk about my computer for a second. I touched on it real briefly in the last episode, but I just wanted to make it a little bit more clear. I'm running a completely liquid-cooled system. I have an i7 3770K processor that is overclocked to 4.5 gigahertz. It is fast as heck. I love it. Also, I am running SLI, two NVIDIA GTX 680s, which are remarkable cards. Even just having one would be enough, but two definitely helps out, especially when you're doing, things a lot on ultra settings. You really don't want to burn up a whole video card because it's overloaded or whatever. When you have two working in SLI, they share the load, and they run much more efficiently. So there's that. I also have the Asus Zonar PCIe audio card, and that's mostly just because I also make music. I make electronic music like dubstep and industrial. It's a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in that, I'm gonna include a link down below to my music page. Feel free to go and check that out. And I'm just gonna save here because I started to realize that I just did not want to have to start all the way over from the beginning again. Monsters hanging out on the ledge in the dark. I don't think I'd ever spent so long trying to get through one mission before. I mean, this just really took forever, having to play through it so many times, over and over and over again. I guess the redeeming factor in it was it's actually a pretty neat level in the way that it's laid out. Like with that there, I mean, I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but you couldn't throw a grenade all the way to the back because there was a body laying in the way, so it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to kill him. There's a lot of little things that they did in Doom 3 that just really make the game very, very diverse and full of excitement, especially with the fact that, like, I can't seem to consistently kill an enemy with a certain number of shots. In most games, you can pretty much count. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots, somebody's gonna die. In this game, sometimes it's 1 shots, sometimes it's 2 shots, sometimes it's 3 shots, and as we saw in the beginning of this episode, sometimes it's 4. I guess it has to depend, it depends on the spread of the shotgun shell, but it seems like when you're that close, there shouldn't be any, a significant spread that's going to make a difference, but maybe it is. Maybe that's the way it works. Maybe it's just not coded 100% perfectly. I'm not too sure what's up with that, but it definitely makes for a unique experience because, even if you're just shoot the same guy over and over again, you can replay the same section of the level over and over, and the guy will take a different amount of shots to kill each time. Maybe that's a little bit different on some of the easier levels. I am playing on one of the harder levels. Not the hardest level, because I felt like that would just be me dying all the time. But I think at this point I'm kind of feeling like I could have gotten away with it a lot easier than I thought. I really thought this game was going to be a lot harder than it has been. And I think that's just because I've heard that it's a difficult game, but I think the only thing that makes it a difficult game is some of the physics stuff like that ridiculous bounce on that grenade. Stuff like that can make a game hard. The stuff where, like, the hit counters, don't really work that well, where it's 1 shot or 4 shots. Stuff like that can make a game hard, but it's not really stuff that's really affecting me too much. I'm able to dodge most of the attacks that the enemies are able to dish out at me, and the ones that do hit me haven't been enough to kill me yet. I think every time that I've actually died in this game, it's been because it was my own fault, and not because, like, an enemy actually killed me. The first time I died was when the spiders were attacking me, and I pretty much just let them kill me because I got stuck in a corner and then couldn't move and stuff, and I just let them kill me. Another time I almost die is right here when I actually walk into one of these pistons, but it doesn't kill me and I continue on. The other time that I officially died, I walked off an edge. So I definitely feel like I could have played on the harder setting. I think that setting is called Veteran. Nightmare was not unlocked, unfortunately, because I've never played the game before. So that wasn't even an option. And I've heard that Nightmare is, like, ridiculous. I remember playing Nightmare back in Doom 2, and it was almost impossible. I think it is impossible. I think it is impossible. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, if you any of you guys know, but I do think that it was either Doom 1 or Doom 2 that, like, the Nightmare mode was practically impossible. I wasn't sure if that was the same way for... I die here. And again, it's because I fell through the hole. It wasn't because, you know, an enemy actually killed me or anything. So I'm definitely not having too much difficulties with this game, except for the fact that there's a lot of really wonky things in it. I really like how they kept the game really true to its core. They didn't try to do anything like special with it. I mean, they really kept it Doom. They kept you in the same setting. They kept, you know, they kept you in Mars. They didn't really change a lot of the enemies too much. They added a couple, and they, you know, obviously rethought how the enemies attack you and things like that. But I mean, in Doom 1 and Doom 2, you had Pinky, you had the imps that throw the fireballs at you. You had the Marines with the pistols, and you had the Marines with the shotguns. You didn't have Marines with machine guns, because there were no machine guns in Doom 1 and Doom 2, although there was the chain gun. But the guys that carried the chain guns were, I don't remember what they were called, but they were big fat guys that carried the chain guns. I have not seen any yet in Doom 3, so I'm not even sure if those guys exist. Although we have come across a couple of chainsaw guys. Those were new. I don't remember Doom 1 or Doom 2 having guys with chainsaws in it. So they did add that. The floating heads were from Doom 2. I don't remember what they're called. The floating skulls are also from Doom 2. Maybe both of those are also from Doom 1 as well. I'm not too sure. But I do think that they actually are from Doom 1. Guys with combat shields, that's a new thing. That definitely was not in Doom 1 or Doom 2 or Final Doom or any of those Dooms. Also, I know I touched on it back in one of the beginning episodes when I started Doom 3. You know, I purchased this game 9 years ago. Well, it was purchased for me. I think it was a Christmas present from my dad. I had a computer at the time that would run it, and I actually installed the game and started to play it. Got like 10 minutes into it just after that opening sequence, and let's hear what he says. Okay, he wants us to get there as quickly as possible. So yeah, I mean, I had a computer that would run it, and I played it up until that, you know, the part where everything goes to hell in the opening sequence, and that seriously scared the crap out of me. I mean, that was a long time ago now, and we're saving it again because my computer fails. But that was a long time ago, and I wasn't really mature enough to play the game. Also, I'm not playing with any texture mods. I'm not playing the BFG edition. I am literally playing the CD version, the version that came on discs. I don't think that they're DVDs. I actually think that they're CDs. I could be wrong though. I'm actually looking at the case right now to see if it says DVD or CD, and it doesn't say either. I think if I look at this myself, me, but I'm not even sure. Yeah, not even the disc itself tells me what it is, so that's definitely a little bit weird. I think it's a DVD though. We gotta follow the kitty. Let our kitty try to help us kill all these monsters, but kitty's not doing a very good job. We're doing a lot of the work ourselves. Oh, kitty helps us out there. Good kitty. I really like the missions that have you following the sentry bot. I really think that's neat. I really like that a lot. I think the mechanics on the sentry bot are very good. Very, very good. I love the way it moves around. I love the little cute little noises it makes. And I love that it actually like gets in there and attacks and actually helps. And it shot me there. That was so confusing. I was like, why are you shooting me? But I guess it just got a little confused. Either that or mad. When those things hit you, it really sends you flying. I got pushed all the way up back against that wall. I like how it's just peeking out around the corner like that, being like, hey, are you coming? That's so neat. That's so neat. And that's actually pretty well ahead of its time. I mean, well, maybe it wasn't really ahead of its time, but it was definitely new for its time. I mean, Half-Life 2, I guess, kind of came out around the same time. Still, I think a little bit later than Doom 3. And Half-Life 2 definitely had some awesome animations, especially on Dog. Dog, I think, is probably the coolest little robotic sidekick in a video game ever. I think Dog is so cool. These elevators take forever, and sometimes you hit the call button and it doesn't even come. It's like, what? It's like, why not?
Only computer system shows Swan and Campbell are still in the area. Watch out for them. Get that transmission sent.
I'm just charging up my chain gun. It kind of reminded me a little bit about Quake Arena, when you had to like keep your weapons spooled up, otherwise you would just die because it took your weapon too long to charge. That technique can actually work really well if you do it right. It's just a micro optimization that can really save you a little bit of you know, health and aggravation if you're really struggling.
Marine, you hear me? Back off from that console. Do not call for reinforcements. We don't know what the hell is going on here, and until we do, this area remains under UAC control. Cancel that transmission.
No.
Satellite connection established.
Transmit.
Fool. You have no idea what you just did.
Yes, I do.
Just get hold of those ships. Who knows what could happen? You might have
Whatever.
endangered all of Earth. I'm going to Delta to stop this. Don't get me.
Transmission successful.
Whatever, dude. You are such a liar.
Excellent work, Marine. Reinforcements will be here soon.
Awesome.
I'll wait for you here in Delta. Get here as quickly as
So
possible.
this is where I got to last time when the game crashed, and I actually go and start a normal commentary at this point. So when that starts, the transition might seem a little weird, but basically I realized I was towards the end of the mission and was going to be able to do it, so I started doing a normal commentary. Like I said, for now I've just been talking to you as I watch the replay of myself going through the game up until this point where I actually do start engaging you guys again. So as soon as that happens, then you'll notice the switch. And let's just get back right into it where we left off. Now, because my computer is just not really liking this game very much, we're gonna have to make sure that We're saving all the time. I'm not really sure at this point in time which footage I'm going to include in the actual finished video. I'm not sure if I'm going to include the footage from my first run or the footage from my second run. The second run through I wasn't commentating at all as I was playing through, but I might include it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure yet, but if you're watching this now, then you're seeing the finished video, and obviously I've made a decision on it at some point, so. Yeah, okay, well, I guess we had done that last time, but that's fine. I think it was right around in this area where it decided to crash. So we're going to save it, and we're going to save it as my computer fails, because it certainly does. Okay, let's go. Man, they are wrecking me. They are wrecking me. It's the wrong weapon. Okay, we need to find the monorail. I don't know what's going on with these stupid doors either, because half the time I click that, it never shows up. Come on. Alright, let's go. Communications. Let's do it. Pretty sure that's where we're supposed to go. And if memory serves me right, then that will actually be the end of the level too when we get there. I think I was seriously like one doorway away from finishing the level when it crashed last time. That really sucks. Yep, because there it is right there. That's as far as we got, and this is actually the end of the level. So, alright, thank you guys for sticking with me even through the tough times. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. And we'll be stronger for it. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.